Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? This crowd is buzzing right now. Tonight, those cats won't even be able to hear themselves think. Let's do it.
It's a Western Conference battle here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, as the Mavericks look to work the home court advantage. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And one of the guys we'll be seeing in this one, James Harden.
He's gutsy. That's what I really respect about him. It seems like the more pressure there is, the more he enjoys the moment. So he is the guy you want taking the big shot at the end of a game.
Very true, Steve. I mean, he's also one of those guys who doesn't take long at all to get on a roll offensively. He's a fun player to watch when he gets hot.
A quick trip here for the Rockets, just one game away before heading back to Houston. They are one of the few undefeated teams at this point of the new NBA season, with a 7-0 record. Tremendous play.
Checking out Houston, with the way they started the season, they'd have you thinking they were one of the favorites coming in instead of the exact opposite.
Yeah, Clark, I mean, there were a lot of teams getting a ton of attention in the preseason, and let's just say they were not one of them. How about that nice 1-2 punch there, guys? Great defensive play, and of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
It's Howard with the drive.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that. Certainly was not the year the Mavs expected or had in mind last season. After retooling and expecting a playoff appearance, they ended up out of the playoffs and looking for answers.
And both free throws good for Howard. Rockets on defense. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And back to the Mavs, 24-17 at home, which is a solid record, but you have to be better than solid, I think, Steve, to get into the playoffs in the Western Conference.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. And you think about the Mavs' shortcomings last year. I mean, Dirk being hurt early, so they didn't mesh well. And then when he did come back, there probably was too much ground to make up. So hopefully Dallas can have a full season of health for Dirk and the rest of the roster.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
That free throw good from Hayes.
You know, the Rockets did a lot to make over their backcourt last season as they brought in 2 big names in Jeremy Lin and James Harden. And that's not always an easy adjustment. Took a little time for both of those guys to figure out how to coexist in the pick-and-roll offense.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Rockets on defense. Drops in the layup for 2. Hayes has got 5 now. And Clark, as you said, it took some time for this Houston backcourt to learn how to play with each other, but that is the case for any duo. Eventually, Steve, they found a happier medium, and that initiated some great offense between them.
Well, they were much more effective down the stretch last season, Kevin, and I thought it really showed in the way Lin and Harden kind of played off of each other. So, you know, a lot of teams, they seem to want to have that second option for bringing the ball up or for attacking, and it is very effective to have a couple of guys who can each attack and create.
Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the 76ers.
And Kevin, I thought they put together a fantastic offensive game plan in that win. They knew exactly how to exploit the defense, and they really got on a nice roll.
And exploit them they did. See, they were relentless. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game.
Here is Harden. Shawn Marion making his last shot.
You know, well, the days of the Matrix putting up 22 and 12 with a couple of steals every night are long gone. But Shawn Marion is still a big factor for teams. He's such a solid defender with his reach and really causes problems in the passing lanes when he's out there active.
Now, here's Dallenberg. Harden missing his last shot.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And at 35 years of age, Shawn Marion still an outstanding rebounder, top 5 among small forwards, and Rebound rate last season.
And inside, he's very dangerous. He's got a lot of little funky shots, little floaters and runners. He does have the ability to step out and make a three, particularly from the corner, but it's really in the paint where he does his damage.
A chance now to go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
So, Kevin, he basically wants to put a ton of pressure on the ball when the other guys are bringing it up the court. He anticipates plenty of opportunities to create steals and turn them into easy points on the opposite end, freeing up their offense a bit, Kev.
All right, great stuff, Doris. Thanks. That was not too much of a surprise. The defense is going to be the emphasis.
Yeah, that's the type of team they are. I mean, they always seem to feed off of that defense. They're just really trying to attack and force some turnovers and get out and run.
Exactly, Steve. I mean, that's really what drives them on a game-to-game basis.
Now here's Brooks. In the game against Boston, very impressive. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And that call gets an instant reaction from the fans.
Well, that's a whistle that did not go over very well.
Hayes dishes to Marion. The feed to Hayes. Ellis outside. Here's the three. Gets it to go. Ellis has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic with that end of the floor, no question.
Here's Harden. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
They really depend on them to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with the... Unbelievable what I'm seeing here. Is this the dunk contest?
Hey, this one counts, Clark. Believe me, what confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself.
He just couldn't resist, could he?
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And Hayes kicks to Marion. Feeds it to Nowitzki. He dishes it to Hayes. Marion passes to Hayes. Back to Marion. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Parsons. Rockets trail by 5. Leads him in there. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Carter's checked in. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And now on our rookie leaderboard, who are the rookies grabbing the most rebounds in the NBA right now? Let's take a look. Well, you look at Hayes. He does a great job inside. One of the top rebounders in the league.
Well, rebounding is an aspect of his game that is already so well developed. And very few of the rookies can compete with him in that regard.
Well, the ability to rebound always travels well in the NBA. And at this point, we can say with certainty, physically, this league won't be a problem at all for him.
And here's Hayes after Jeremy Lin hitting the three. And Hayes kicks to Ellis. Pass to Hayes. Dallas, no good that time either.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Back to Harden. He kicks it to Lin. Lock at 6. Back to Harden. Puts it up from 12. The shot no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. They won their last game against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, that was an easy one. And the reason was that, remember, they shot the lights out in that game. Their shooting percentage was off the charts.
Marion kicks to Hayes. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Fast break. Lynn's got it. Excellent D from Hayes.
The defender was in his jersey that time, Steve.
And it rattled him. He clearly was not comfortable at all on the release.
No matter how good your defense, Clark, how fancy your passing, the ball has to find the bottom of the net.
I would echo that, partner. You got to put it in the hoop. That's the name of the game. Put the ball in the basket. You do that consistently by getting high percentage shots. And then you knock them down, ball game.
Ellis outside. They can't stop the run with that one.
Tell you what, if there's success on the boards in this first quarter is any indication, it's going to be a good day.
And rebounds usually are a good indicator.
Now, here is Harden. He had a big outing in that Celtics game as well.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
I tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Hayes with it. Brooks covering. Tries to keep it alive. Pass to Harden. Back to Brooks. Harden outside. Just 5 on the clock. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
It's off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. So for the Rock. Now here's Hayes. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Philadelphia.
And he showed his versatility, Kevin, with the 4 blocks defensively.
Taking a look at the Rockets. Brooks out there with Jeremy Lin. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Omer Asher. And it's Harden in at the 3, the small forward.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's okay, I'm good. Let's go! Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars and the cards out. Let's have a celebration, get a group out. And we can do this until we pass out. Let it play, let it go away. Yeah, we won't come down until we hit the ground. Yeah, pass out. Yeah, I'm in charge now. I'm a star and I put my cars down. I live a very, very, very wild lifestyle. Heidi and Audrina, eat your heart out. I used to listen to you, don't wanna bring arms out. I've got so many clothes, I keep some in my aunt's house. Disturbing London, baby, we about to branch out. Soon I'll be the king like Prince Charles.
Franchise mode is...
And there ain't nobody fresher, semester to semester, raving with the freshers. 20 light bulbs around my table and my dresser. CLC compressor, just in case that don't impress her. Say hello to Dexter, say hello to Uncle Fester. Got him gazing at my necklace and my crazy sun protectors. G-Shocks, I got a crazy dumb collection. Haters, I can't hear your reception. Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars and the cards out. Let's have a celebration, get a group out. And we can do this until we pass out. Let it play, let it go away. Yeah, we won't come down until we hit the ground and pass out. Yeah. It was meant to last me 24 hours, right? Okay, we're good. Yeah, they say hello, they say hola, and they say bonjour. I never got to fly on a Concorde. I've been Southampton, but I've never been to Scunthorpe. I'm crazy with the kicks, call me John Claude. I'm back to be a bigger star than my mum for. Cause every day I got a groupie at my front door. Now I drive past the bus I used to run for. Where's my clap, where's my encore? I walk alone, cause I was born alone. I chops her just for fun, I'll never ever call her phone. I leave her in the club, I'll never ever walk her home. The other foundation, I'm the cornerstone. I'm pretty famous, I'm super known. And if your son doesn't, I bet your daughter knows. Check out my visual, check out my audio. Extraordinary, yo, hope you enjoy the show. Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars and the cards out. Let's have a celebration, get a out. And we can do this until we pass out. Let it play, let it go away. We won't come down until we hit the ground and pass out. Look at me up in the cheeky man, look at all the drama we started. Now I'm in here laying on my back, singing DJ, what to give me one more track. So we let it play, let it go away. We won't come down until we hit the ground.
know I'm just like you.